What a mess.
18 months that this sample has been here. It becomes like a little reef system. It's cool to see the diversity of life. We're looking at different kinds of alternative biodegradable plastic materials.
We're testing to see whether or not these items are actually biodegradable if they're lost into the environment. We face a major problem with plastic pollution in our environment. The ocean is our lungs. There's more oxygen produced in the world's oceans and all the world's forest. When this plastic pollution enters the environment, it's incredibly hard to clean up. I'm Dr. Lisa Ertl, and I'm the Director of Science at Five Gyres. Five Gyres is an NGO, and we're committed to reducing the harmful impacts of plastic pollution on our planet. We have an over-reliance. We have an addiction to single-use plastics. We often see areas where tourists are hotspots of plastic pollution. There's a problem on beaches around the world, and where you have more people, you often have more plastic. Plastic is a true world traveler.
I can tell you from experience, having been around the world studying this, one of the most common plastic types of packaging I find in the most remote parts of the planet is thin film. And it's made from traditional plastics that are designed to never go away, and they don't.
Conventional petrochemical plastics fragment into smaller and smaller microplastics, and microplastics are getting into wildlife. They're getting into us. We're literally eating and drinking our trash, and something has to change.
Oftentimes, the ocean is seen as the victim in a lot of these climate stories, and rightly so. But the ocean's also the source of a lot of solutions. This is the first ever roll of film made from seaweed. We are replacing single-use plastics with seaweed-based alternatives. Replacements for food packaging, annoying wrappers, baggies, pouches. I invite you to look at your day-to-day activity and just think about how much of this material makes its way into your life. Every item that you order online probably came packaged in a bag, whether or not you saw it. But this bag is made from seaweed, and it's designed to decompose completely into healthy soil within 4 to 6 weeks. Everything that we purchase has to go somewhere after it's been used. We're designing for the reality that our material isn't always going to go to a compost. It's going to go to landfill, or it's going to end up in natural spaces, and we've designed for that too. There is so much skepticism from the general public around materials and what actually happens to them.
We as consumers love labels, but what does that label actually mean? If something's biodegradable, where is it biodegradable? And so by testing these different materials in different conditions, different microbial communities, different temperatures, we're actually seeing what happens to these materials if they get into the environment.
A bunch of bags are empty. This is the control. Your typical conventional petroleum-based plastic fork.
I could have flossed it yesterday, but this doesn't look much like a fork anymore.
That's a PHA bioplastic fork.
It's really pliable and soft. Yeah. It feels almost like wet cardboard. The prongs are gone.
Whereas this one, I mean, look, it's clean.
Virtually unchanged.
There's no life on this fork at all.
Whereas here, you can tell there's a microbial community.
This little dark stain you see, that's a biofilm, a little microbes that are eating at it.
And it's become a little habitat for life.
We're giving some accuracy through science on what degradation in the environment really means.
These items can actually break down and provide nutrients to habitats rather than being a source of toxins and persistent chemicals. And there is incredible material innovation by companies that are finding new feedstocks and designing for these products to have a sustainable end of life.
Waste is a design flaw. In order to actually replace plastics, you have to design for the existing infrastructure.
Giant kelp is the future of biofuel, bioplastic, the future of sustainable energy. And we are staging breeding experiments here to be able to derive that perfect crop that farmers will then be able to grow on their big-scale farms.
There will be an ecosystem of solutions. Seaweed is just one of them.
It's just the tip of the iceberg. So we're working on research that is finding solutions in each aspect of where we use plastic as we shift to a reuse economy.
Brands are responsible for adopting systems that can actually scale and actively replenish the planet. That's when people start to think more about the materials around them. We are part of the natural world, and it's our job to take care of it.